With each passing day, the UK's misery is only increasing. It is the second most affected country in the world due to the pandemic. Now, Britain faces its worst economic collapse in 300 years.
The United Kingdom's economy is collapsing. The coronavirus is behind the economic seizure. The Bank of England says the economy will fall by 14% this year. Is this Britain's worst ever? What does history say? Among the dust-gathering files, the UK's central bank found a similar event that literally put the economy in a deep freeze. It was the Great Frost of 1709. So this collapse is the worst in 300 years. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has a tough task. His country is the second most affected in the world, over 200,000 cases and 30,000 deaths. No wonder the newly elected leader of the opposition, Keir Starmer, questioned the PM with utter perplexity.
So can the Prime Minister tell us how on earth did it come to this?
On top of this, the UK government is planning to ease the lockdown restrictions next week. But companies say reopening will be difficult. A survey of 800 companies found this. Only about half would be able to operate at full capacity under social distancing rules. So why is Johnson rushing to open up the economy? The answer lies with this man. Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rishi Sunak. He has spent over £8 billion to save 6.3 million jobs at some 800,000 firms. And this is just one of the many schemes announced to cushion the economy. So the government is running low on funds, both to fight the pandemic and to rescue the economy.
Mr. Speaker, I can certainly tell him that the government has absolutely no intention of returning to the A word, which I won't quote. That is not going to be our approach.
The A word is austerity, which could lead to lower government spending on social schemes, a risk that Johnson and Sunak can't afford to take. Unemployment will rise above 9% by the end of this year. Right now, it's over 4%. Inflation could drop to zero next year. As of now, it remains below 2%. That's due to the fall in consumer spending by 30% in recent weeks. This is bad for business. Interest rates are at a record low of 0.1%. But British firms are in no position to take more loans. Three sectors are the worst hit: aviation, steel and auto. Their combined output is set to fall by 55%. The aviation industry was among the first to ask for a government bailout. The steelmakers warn of a cash flow crisis. Car sales have declined to the lowest levels since 1946. But all is not lost, says the British Central Bank. The recovery could be much stronger than in the post-financial crisis period. But Johnson and Sunak will have to do more to combat the historic economic collapse. Bureau Report, WION World is One.